My dad always said, keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars. My stars happen to be on the American flag. Each star represents a state. I'm going after every single state to get laws passed that allow adult children to visit their ailing loved ones. Because right now there is nothing in the books that allows a judge to rule on visitation. You have to go for an expensive conservatorship, which can cost $100,000 to $300,000. Who has that kind of money? Do you have that kind of money? I sure don't have, $300,000 to, say, hey, let's try and fight a fight I know I'm going to lose. Because most of the time, you cannot take away a guardianship from a court-appointed guardian or a spouse. So it's useless. So with the law, the visitation bill that you can find more about at kasemcares.org, it allows adult children and family members to get into a courtroom and say, hey, my loved one is being isolated. I want to see them. And the judge can then rule on visitation. It is that simple. Not everybody's going to get visitation. Not everybody deserves visitation. But good kids that love their parents, good family members that have always been in good standing, they deserve visitation. It's very, very important to get your will and estate plans in place and to have 2 or 3 trustees, not just one, because we see people, the elderly, being taken advantage of every single day. Criminal isolation, criminal financial abuse. I get letters every day from people who never thought this would happen to them. Please get your will and estate plans in order. Please, if you want to see your kids up until the day you die, put that in your estate plans. Videotape yourself. It's so important. We see guardians come in, whether they're court-appointed guardians or their family members, and isolate the entire family so that person dies alone. If this is happening to you, please write us a letter. Please say, this is what's going on. This is what, has happened to me and my family. I take those letters and I give them to a senator. I give them to an assemblyman. And it changes their minds. They say, we need this bill in this state. The more letters we have, the more powerful we are. If it's not happening to you, take the pledge to stop elder abuse. You go to kasemcares.org and hit the red button, take the pledge. It'll take you 30 seconds. Sign your name. Give us your support. We need it. There's so many organizations that work on this. I've been meeting tons of them. There have been people trying to get visitation laws passed for the last, decade, 15 years. CANAR, Pat McGinnis, amazing woman. Look what Laura's House does for elder abuse. They have their own office down at the courthouse to help the elderly, just the elderly, get restraining orders or file court documents. There's so many people out there. Well, you see what education has done for domestic violence. You see its campaigns are everywhere. You see what education has done for child abuse. The campaigns are everywhere. You don't see campaigns everywhere for elder abuse. And I aim to make it as big. I want to make the awareness so big that we can no longer ignore this. You're going to be old. I'm going to be old. You're going to be old. 10,000 people a day in this country turn 65, and they need protection. The best advice is raise awareness. Raise awareness, stop elder abuse. And that's what we're doing. That's what our campaign is doing. kasemcares.org. Get on the site. Spread it everywhere. Share it. Do what you can. Write me. If you think you can get the bill in your state, write me. I'll send you the bill. We'll take it to a senator together. We'll take it to a state representative. So at least what I'm doing is I'm taking what my dad has given me, and that's a famous last name, and using it for good, to bring awareness. Just like domestic violence and child abuse. It took a while for that to get big and for people to say stop. Bullying. How long did it take for bullying? Big bullying campaigns, but the campaigns came out, and guess what? Now, and the anti-bullying message is so strong that bullies are now frowned upon and looked down upon.